gonna try this for the fourth time here in the dojo. Streamlabs and Xfinity trying to really tear your brother down. But we're gonna get it popping, alright? I might as well go ahead and run this thing from the top. Let's go ahead and hop right into it. So here where I am, your Normie Sensei, Master Kunch with Normies to Nerds. We are running it back again. Geeky Gambit. We good now? I hope we are good now, bro. If we're not good now, I got some phone calls to make and some people to lay out. We better be good right now, bro. Because if we not, your boy is finna be deep. Yeah, Daniel, I'm blaming it on Streamlabs, bro. This ain't a YouTube thing, I don't think, today. I think this is a Streamlabs thing. Honestly, I don't even want to put it on Streamlabs. It might even be Xfinity. I just restarted my router, and things seem to be going expeditiously right now. Expeditiously is not the word I was looking for. Stupendous, maybe, should be the word I should. But let me know what it looks like on you guys' side, and then we'll get right back into this nerdy shit. What's going on, fourth wall break, Green Bear? What's going on, bro? What's happening? What is happening? So look, can we get back into the nerdy shit? Can we get back into our nerdy goodness before Streamlabs try to knock us off of our rocker here? Now I'm bringing up some music because when I had to restart things, it really effed up the whole setup. It really effed up the whole setup. We were rocking. I think we were really rocking in our theories too as well on our WandaVision post-credit scene stuff. But I think we're good. Just give me 1 second here. Let me pull up this music. And I think we should be good. Let me know in the chat. Can you guys, is the thumbnail looking good in the chat? Is everything straight? Is everything straight on you guys' end? Are we Gucci? Are we good? Ashton just hit me up and said, "Did you give up?" It takes a lot more. It takes a lot more than that for me to give up than some internet issues. It takes a lot more than some internet issues for me to give up. Parker, what is going on, bro? How you doing, my man? I'm a little laggy still. You know what? I'm good. You said I'm good, Rello, 2 times? Okay. You know what? Just to make sure, because I'm really getting bit in the ass by this right now. Just to go ahead and make sure. I'm pausing a couple devices that's on my Wi-Fi. And we're going to roll with it. We're going to roll with it. All right, so look. Sheesh. It's a Monday, right? It's a Monday, right? But look, let's get back into it. So, your boy already ruled out Mephisto. As being a possible option as this little blip that's coming in on the WandaVision post-credit scene that's coming in, the little translucent blip right there, the little transparent blip. Already ruled out Mephisto. All right, like, get that man out the window. I don't want to hear Mephisto no more. No more Mephisto do I want to hear. Okay? Who I really think, and we talked about Doctor Strange being like a little 20% chance. Like, that's what I'm giving. Like I can see it. Like, basically when I'm saying 20% chance, I'm saying, like, I'm not clowning you if you think it's Doctor Strange. If you think it's Doctor Strange, you got a good reason, I think, to think that it's Doctor Strange. But where I was before Streamlabs and Xfinity really did your boy in. Where I was is that I think it could be absolutely nothing, right? Like, what is the possibility that this could be absolutely nothing? That we could just be overdoing it like nerds always do. Like we did the whole entire time over WandaVision. We speculated that it could be that every little piece of detail could have been something. But could it just be that this was just an era? Could it just be that this is just a mistake that was made from Disney to add this in there? Could that be it? Part of me wants to say, Kendall, you're overlooking it. I mean, part of me wants to say, Kendall, you're overthinking it. Part of me wants to say, Kendall, you're looking too hard into this. That why would they just go back and add something in there like that? Part of me wants to think that no. It is definitely something. It's definitely something. And what I am thinking that it is, and sorry, I'm tweeting while I'm talking. That's why I'm kind of bullshitting my way through these first to my point here. Who I think it could be and who I really think it is Shuma Gorath. If this thing is indeed something, if it is not just a mistake made by the people that get paid millions of dollars, I don't want to say that. They probably get paid like hundreds of thousands to do this. But the people who are on salary, if this is something more than just a mistake by the people who are on salary to do this, because believe me, if it's a mistake, this will probably be fixed tomorrow. So we'll get an idea. If this is a mistake, it'll be fixed like, I said tomorrow is pretty quick. I'll probably say in the next week, it will probably be fixed that this is a mistake. But it's a pretty fucking huge one if it is. And yeah, I usually don't cuss like that this early, but F it, we here. So, I'm thinking that it's Shuma. My money, my bets is going in that if it is anything, that it is indeed Shuma Gorath that is making his way over there to Wanda. Because Wanda spending that time in that dark hole, using that astral projection, like, here's the thing. Doctor Strange's astral projection, he can't do that. He cannot do that. He cannot be active and have that astral projection doing what it is doing. I've heard various theories that she may be tapping into a different Wanda. I've heard those type of theories there. But for her studying the Darkhold, for her looking into it that type of way, I have to wonder if what she is doing is sending out signals, sending out shockwaves to people like Shuma. So to me, it's like the timing of that makes sense. That if it is Shuma Gorath, and I'm going to tie into my whole theory of how I think this really just goes into Multiverse of Madness here. I think that this is what we're really looking at, is that this is tying into Multiverse of Madness, setting us up for that. If we're looking from the timing of how we're zooming in on it and how we're seeing this little blip, this little translucent box, transparent box coming into frame there. Again, if it is not nothing, I think it is Shuma making his way to the cabin. And here's the thing. When we get into the cabin, it's like that thing is moving at the same pace that we are, right? So it's like as we are getting into the cabin, that thing is getting into the cabin. And what do we hear when we get to the back of that? We hear Tommy and Billy say, "Help, help." To me, that thing is going in there and is the source of that Tommy and Billy voice coming through. I think that that's what we're getting, is that thing is the source of it. That thing is going in there and getting to it like it's crazy. Like, just coming in there and just directly planting a seed in Wanda's mind. So that's where I think we're heading. And that's exactly where I think we're heading. And how it ties into Doctor Strange 2. Look, we did a massive theory video about maybe a month and a half ago on Doctor Strange when Shuma Gorath was announced. And I talked about my theory on how Shuma Gorath and America Chavez will have a huge role to play in what Wanda does and maybe becoming a villain here. I think that what we're looking at is that Shuma is coming in to manipulate Wanda, and I think more leaks had come out on this. I had not really gotten into those leaks because I did hear Josh at Dinner Nerds talk about this a little bit. But if you want to look at my receipts, like, you can go back a month and a half ago and see this is the theory that your boy laid out. That Shuma is the one that has been manipulating Wanda this whole entire time. As much as we would have loved for it to be been Mephisto, I think that we may be replacing it with Shuma, and Shuma being that entity that's actually doing this to try to get control, to try to get into the multiverse, whatever his goal is, whether it's to break the multiverse whether it's to be able to control different dimensions, that Shuma is the one that's actually manipulating Wanda to want to A, go for her kids, and B, find a way to do that, right? So again, the reason why I think it's Shuma because he is planting that seed. He's planting that seed for Wanda to go and find her. And I think the seed that's being planted is she will get a vision of this girl. She will get a vision of this girl who has a superpower and the ability to be able to go into different realities and to find her sons. This person has the ability to smash into different realities, smash into different multiverses, and be able to find her sons to bring them to her. Now, you could be like, well, damn, wouldn't that be kidnapping from Wanda? But if we're looking at like different possibilities and the way things could play out, this world that she would grab Tommy and Billy from could be a world where they're orphans, could be somewhere where the kids have died, where Wanda has died and they need a mom, and could be even them saying, "Mom, help," but Mom can't help because she's dead as hell. But what I'm seeing here is that she's going to do whatever she can to get to America Chavez. And Doctor Strange is going to be like, no, we cannot have this thing going down. It would really just tear it all apart. So like where Loki is breaking the multiverse apart, I think that Shuma is taking advantage of that, planting the seed that now this multiverse is open, that we have these kids out here for Wanda to go and track down, for Wanda to go and be able to call for her name, and that from there Wanda's going to go try to track down America Chavez, who maybe even has his new power after Loki happened, right? Like somehow she could have tapped into this power after Loki happened. And to where Wanda becomes a villain. Like she's going after America Chavez, trying to make her do what she wants her to do. And Doctor Strange is very much against that. So like I said, I see it to where Shuma is manipulating. Shuma is playing it all along. And what we're looking at here from that scene where they're just zooming in and you're seeing it, we're seeing the first time that Shuma is actually coming in here and making his state, like making his first play to expose Wanda to the possibility that she could get her kids. Now here's the thing, I don't think Wanda will be the villain the whole time in Multiverse of Madness, but I do think that Doctor Strange is going to do whatever he can to protect her, to protect America Chavez from Wanda. So I think that's where we will get some fights there. That he would do whatever she can to protect her from Wanda, because I think Doctor Strange will know that Wanda is being manipulated by Shuma. And that Wanda is in a very much, look, Wanda's a dickhead. Can we just get that out of the way? Wanda is a dickhead. She does not give a damn about anybody else. She did not learn anything in WandaVision. She left Westview without even saying sorry, without even being like, I apologize, like I didn't mean to, I'm sorry. Because she meant to be doing what she was doing. She thought she was doing a good thing in her twisted mind. And she does not give a damn about anybody else. So that's why I think we're headed that way. To where Wanda is going to be villain. So, again, if it is not anything, I mean, if this little thing is not just a mistake, then to me it has to be Shuma. To me, it has to be Shuma setting up Multiverse of Madness. Now, look, I want to go ahead. That's why I'm wrapping it up there. I want to go ahead and get into the comments. So much hate for Wanda. Yeah, because Wanda is a dickhead. All right, so look. Put who you think it is in the comments. Do you think it's nothing? Do you think it's Shuma? Do you think it is Doctor Strange? Let me know what you think. Put it in the comments. Let me know what you think. I'm going to go up here, get to the top. Shout out to everybody that has been rocking through these technical difficulties, because your boy you get on here and stream and expect for everything to work correctly, or at least 95% correctly, right? And then your stream has you looking like my boy, like, I can't do the face, but it just has you effed up. So the stream, the internet, I think it was the internet, honestly. I don't even want to put no more blame on Streamlabs. I just think it was the internet, honestly, and it had me effed up. The internet honestly had me effed up today. Okay. But I'm going to go ahead and say what's up to the folks up in here, and then we'll get into our Loki episode 4 predictions, okay? So Geeky Gambit, what's going on? Daniel Fisher, fourth wall break. Park Outdoors, you interrupted me from watching Ben 10. Hey, look, I'm glad I can make you stop watching Ben 10, dude. Hey, Geeky Gambit, I think I just said what's up to you. So it's good anyway. Rello 2 times. What's happening, bruh? What's happening? Felicity, how you going, girl? How's it going to Felicity and Ashton? The two mods up in here with the wrenches. Look, when we get to 200 subs, I might need some more wrenches. So if you like to have a wrench, you know, maybe you can help us out with this little 200. Get us to 200, and then, you know, maybe I can get you a little wrench in there. I'm playing. I ain't trying to hoe out no wrenches like that. Hey, Mike Porter, what's going on? Yeah, I'm back, man. I'm back. Let's see. Park Outdoor says the timeline bombing is messing up the other MCU shows. Are they retroactively going back to other shows? Look, if they're doing that, I don't know how I really feel about it. But hey, look. Hey, I don't know if you're joking, but that could be something that could be taken seriously a little bit. Geeky Gambit says, I'll take your bet on. Oh, so are you thinking this Doctor Strange? What bet are you taking on it? Wayne, what's poppin', bro? Hey, Ashton says, maybe Doctor Strange learned how to make himself transparent. He could be trying to mask himself from Wanda's presence, right? He might find himself down on his luck that he wasn't able to get through to Wanda in WandaVision. And again, I think that they could very much clear up what happened with Doctor Strange and WandaVision. Look, if you show that Doctor Strange was trying to get to Wanda, if he even says, Wanda, I was trying to help you, but you wouldn't let me, that could explain why Doctor Strange would make himself transparent, try to make himself undetectable into seeing what Wanda is doing. So I like that, actually. I like that, man. Daniel Fisher, thanks for popping back up in here. He says, back that astral projection back up. Back that astral projection. I can't do that. That's too much word. I can't do that in that song, bro. Fourth wall break says, nah, bro, I'm telling you, it's Miss Minutes. Miss Minutes can be doing anything. Parker says, it's definitely not Doctor Strange. I feel you, bro. Like I said, I can see it making sense being Doctor Strange. That's why I'm not going to discard that theory. But to me, it's just more so Schumer if it's anything, right? I heard about an after credit scene where White Vision descends on Wanda. So maybe it was this, and they just decided to digitally remove him, but did a bad job. Ooh, that could be a cool theory there. But here's the thing, though. Like, it was fine just the way it was. Like, they didn't have to go back and do anything. So why did they? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if this is a mistake, then, this is a dumbass mistake because you didn't have to go back and change anything. Just because you add some trees around there doesn't make the show any different. Like, what would be the point of going back and adding some trees? To me, it's like, I don't even really like the fact that they're going back and adding anything. Can I touch on that for a second? Like, I really don't like the fact that you're going back and adding on something just because it's digital. Like, stick with what you're doing. Stick with it. Like, I don't like you going back and adding some stuff in there because then you're opening up Pandora's box. And I'm not with that. Look, I understand that Star Wars had their little things going on with going back. And like with Hayden Christensen and going back and doing things in Star Wars. Yeah, your boy's a Star Wars normie, but I know about that. Your boy noticed that. Like, how it's that changed up there. But like, I'm just not down with it. So if you're going to do this, make it for real and make it your only time. Make it worth something. Wayne says, you mean the Abraham lens flare effect? That means nothing? Yeah, but that wasn't the lens flare. I know the lens flare you're talking about. But we're talking about that little translucent box, right? Is that the same lens? Is that what they call that lens flare there? Because it didn't seem like a lens flare to me. I thought the lens flare would be like the actual flare that popped up on there. Confirmed. The being floating down from the trees is Ralph Boner. You heard it first from Mike Porter. You heard it first from Mike Porter. It is Ralph Boner. That's Mike Porter's theory, and I'm gonna write that down, Mike, and I'm gonna hold you to it. I just have a feeling is that this was a mistake. Yeah, Ashton, I do too. But at least it was a fun mistake, right? Like, can we just speculate about WandaVision again? Can you just take me back to those days where we can just speculate about Wanda? Only reason I don't think it would be Schumer is that I don't think at the moment he'd be powerful enough to enter Earth realm, even as a projection. I think it could maybe be Strange warning her that she, yeah, that she, yeah, that she, yeah. That's all you left it off. You left it off, Geeky Gambit. All I got is that she. Then you left me off. I was following you. So if Wanda is going to be the reason for the multiverse, does that mean that Loki is going to fix the sacred timeline before the show ends? So look, here's the thing. I don't think that Wanda is going to be the absolute reason for the multiverse, but I do think that she is going to be a reason why shit gets effed up. Like, I think the multiverse is going to be there because she's getting to hear her kids call out for her. And I think that is the result of what's happening in Loki, is that she can hear her kids. I think that's a result of what's happening in Loki. So she is going to F up the multiverse more by going after her kids, by using America Chavez to try to go after those kids at the behest. Oh, I love that word. At the behest of Schumer Garath. Let's see that. B. Grissom, what's going on, bro? Yeah. What is going on, bro? How is he doing? Darth Chaos Mordo is in it too. He sure is. I'm curious to see how he's gonna play a role. Coachella Coastal, what's going on, bro? Thanks for dropping back up in here. Wanda cares about people. She just betrayed Ultron to save people. Look. Yeah, you can say that, but at this point, Wanda is effed up, bro. Wanda was hating on Westview, says Felicity, because Fourth Wall Break said, Wanda, so much hate for Wanda. She has PTSD, man. Look, well, she just gave thousands of other people PTSD by putting them in that hex. Like, bruh, like, they couldn't see their kids, man. They was like, can my kids just come out and play? They can do anything. They can be a bully. They can get beat up. They can do anything. Can my kids just come out and play? Like, bro, she was torturing kids. She was keeping kids in their rooms for weeks, bro. I don't want to say weeks, right? No, it had to be. I think WandaVision happened over the span of maybe a week or two. Like, those kids was in there. Like, people was being tortured doing the same thing over and over again. Like, she was effed up. I don't care. She was effed up. Hot Scotty says it's definitely Chuck Norris. Wanda, the absolute worst. Facts. It's strange for sure. Hey, like I said, I ain't gonna knock anybody for thinking it's strange, but I will knock you if you think it's Mephisto. She put them on TV. That's the American dream. Nah, it ain't. And not that way. If you don't put me on TV that way, I don't want it. Geeky Gambit says, I want a wrench. Look, hey, let's get to that 200. Then I might add 2 more wrenches in, bro. No promises. No promises. Now everybody's saying, wrench me, please. Wrench me. Nah, no promises. Yeah, right now we rocking with the 2. It's hand knocking it down right now. Look, like I said, we get the 200. If you want to get that wrench, let's share that channel out. Get the 200. And I know y'all be going in doing work, spreading the love on the channel. Let's see here. That is a good way to retcon stuff if they use it wisely. Yeah, Felicity, I feel you there, but like I'm still like, I don't know, like I don't want it to be a huge retcon. So like if it's something as small as this, fine. Because if it's something that, look, they could have implied that Schumer Garath was going there from the very beginning, right? They could have implied that. They could have implied that Doctor Strange was doing that from the beginning. That we could have been watching it from Doctor Strange's view. So I'm not that effed up on this retcon. But if it gets to the level of replacing somebody or gets to the level of changing words, then I am not with that. Like, just you got to stick with what you're going with. It's an away team trying to protect their prime director. Let's see here. I did think Vision first before the music. If it's a mistake, it's weird because the figure is obviously a person with a cape. Obviously, Ashton. Obviously. Look, I'm gonna be real. I couldn't even make out the shape, bro. I couldn't even make out a shape. Whoa, they didn't just add trees. They took out birds. All right, Scotty. It's strange when Vision says fourth wall break. They're doing it on they're doing on purpose. Loki broke the multiverse, and now we get to go back and watch everything combing through and see what changed. A cool theory, but I doubt it. Like I said, I like that theory though. I forgot who put it in there. I like that theory. Except it's not gonna make me go back and rewatch Falcon and the Winter Soldier, unless the multiverse broke and put old Cap and Falcon in the Winter Soldier. Unless the multiverse broke and it made Sam Wilson actually fight some damn body and win, actually beat somebody's ass. It's not gonna make me go back and watch Winter Soldier, but I'll go back and watch WandaVision. It was fun. Actually, it was the definition of a UFO. The United States government endorsing it. No theories as to what it is. Alrighty here. Let's see here, bro. She gave thousands of parents time off from their kids. Look, if I get time off from my kids, I don't want it to be stuck in the house. I want to be out on the beach, butt naked, relaxing. If you want to do me a favor, send me to a private beach where I can just lay out, get tan on my butt, and just be like, look, I'm wild, and Stream Labs set me up earlier. Sorry if I got too graphic there. I would have on swimming trunks, and I would be on the beach lying out like this tanning. Okay, guys? Y'all want to be me so bad. This is my suggestion. And then Felicity coming through with the Discord link. Make sure you drop love to the Discord. Your boy is going to give more attention to the Discord. But basically what I was saying was if he says if she continues to mess with the Darkhold, she will release Shuma. And she doesn't care. She wants her kids. They fight. She wins. Then had to team up. I love it. To take down Shuma, boom, multiverse of madness plot. I feel you there, Gambit. I feel you there. All right, so look, couple of show notes here. Next week it's going to get a little tricky. Okay, so your Monday stream would be straight. I might actually give you 2 streams on Monday. But your boy's going to be working the night shift next week. So next week we could have some morning shows that would start at 9 o'clock. Just stay posted. The Thursday show, so the only show that this would really affect would be Wednesday, because Thursday we go out on at 11 anyway, so we might go on at like 11:30 on Thursday. I would just let you know and see how the week goes there. But again, a little bit of changes next week. On Wednesday though, we might just be going in the morning. Or like maybe at 1 o'clock or so. It's just a change in my work schedule that's a little bit different there. Okay. Also too, look, pray for your boy. Reason why I was not on the stream on Saturday is because I needed to get some rest. And the reason why after I woke up at I went to sleep at 7 o'clock and woke up at 10, and I still could have streamed, but at the end of the day, your boy is in a business pitch competition. I'm trying to win some grant money, and I'm talking about grant money that could be like 10,000, 15,000, it could be up there. And basically, that money here, I would be getting a PC, so maybe this stuff wouldn't be happening. Getting a new camera, even though the camera here is great, and I might not use that camera for the stream. But regardless, your boy is getting some upgrades, whether it comes to lighting and all that good stuff in here. So yeah, pray for your boy if you believe in the words of prayer, because I gotta turn in a business plan by Wednesday, and your boy got 5 more topics to write on. So pray for your boy, because I'm gonna be busy after this. As much as I want to get on there and play Apex, your boy gotta get down. All right, so that's about it. We are still on the grind, are still on the goal for 250 subs after the What If series. So make sure you support there, and let's grow it. And yeah, that's where we're at there. So look, let me go ahead. I'm gonna spend maybe about 30 to 45 more minutes, which probably means an hour in here, because I still got 3 other things I want to talk about. God damn, I didn't mean to talk this long about that WandaVision post-credit scene. But look, let's go ahead and get into this. Predictions for episode 4 of Loki. Let me know in the chat What do you think you'll be rating Loki at after you see it? On a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think we're getting? I think we're getting another 8 from Loki. I think that we're getting another 8 from Loki. Um, Here's the thing. I say that because I think this episode would be exactly what we could have gotten in episode 3. Okay? I think we'll be actually getting some background on Sylvie. But even more, okay, here's where it could push up to a 9. If we get some background on the TVA. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be the entire TVA. If I can get some background on Mobius, if I can get some background on Homegirl Renslayer, if we can get some background there, that'd be great. But really what I think is going on, and they laid out some things in that little Meet Sylvie trailer, right? That we talked about last week, where we saw a little girl Loki that looks more like a female Loki than Sylvie does. Where we saw Sylvie looking like her hair was wet, looking like she'd been caught by the TVA. And I'm going to leave this at a solid 8 right now. And here's the thing. I would be happily surprised for it to be a 9. And what it takes for it to be a 9 is, again, I think we're getting that Sylvie backstory. But if you give me some backstory on the TVA, if you bring in Owen Wilson, like if Owen Wilson gets to be back in this thing, and we really get to understand the TVA dynamic a bit more, then I'm with it. Because we still got to deal with the aftermath of what Sylvie did. Like, I still want to see, one, if the timelines are still out there. If those timelines are still stretching. If anything happened to where it became a Nexus event. I want to see that. Also, as well, is what timeline survived, if any. Like, if they got to the point where they couldn't be reset. And also, could that expose lies from the TVA? Because here's the thing. We got fed that propaganda that if a timeline went beyond the Nexus event, that they would cause chaos and that everything would fall apart. But the TVA is full of a sack of shit right now anyway. We already know that the TVA been lying to their own workers, saying that they ain't had no life before, saying that they were just created by the TVA. We already know that's a lie thanks to episode 3. So let's find out more lies that the TVA is telling, right? Let's dig into them a bit more and find out what else they bullshitting us on. So again, I think we're going to get the full backstory. Those scenes there, I think we'll see Sylvie's rise and fall through the TVA. I think that when you're a variant and you're brought in, they look to see if you can be a use to the TVA. They try to wipe your memory. They try to do whatever they can to make you become a TVA agent. And then they use you for the rest of your life. They said Homegirl was off the dial. C20. They said she was off the dial. I think they mentioned that she was off, like that her memory, like maybe she touched into her memory, or maybe she like got a little. Maybe that could have just been something where she's wonky. Who knows? But I think that's what the TVA does, is take people in. So when they took in little Sylvie, maybe that's why her memory, because she's old enough to be able to remember her mom, right? She's old enough to be able to remember things that happened with Asgard. But that when she was captured, maybe they wiped her mind off a little bit. And maybe that her, they wiped her mind off, and that as she grew, she saw the bullshit in the TVA. And that at one point, she maybe even saw what they're doing to people to make them TVA agents. And Miss Minutes could very well be the head of that, like, mind-wiping fiasco. Because if you remember in those scenes there where she has the collar on, she doesn't have on the jumpsuit that Loki has. She seems to be in the custody of the TVA as a worker, and probably in some much more deeper shit. So I think this whole episode, unfortunately, is going to be diving into the real backstory of Sylvie. Because remember what I said, the TVA, what I said about the season, the end of episode 3, is that I think Loki does have the time stone, because that building, something has to be explained about that building being about to fall on Loki and him just being able to reverse it, right? Something has to be said there. I think he could easily conceal the colors that come off of the time stone whenever you're using it in that way. So, and he had just been a little bit nonchalant about the temp pad breaking, right? Like the temp pad broke and he didn't seem to give a damn. But you know who did give a damn? Sylvie. Like she was mad as hell. And I think Loki even saw that as more of a way to get down under her skin and to really break down her emotions and to bring that out of her. So this whole flashback, I think, is going to be going on while they're on Lamentus and while they're going through that whole, like, this plan is broken. You know what? Just talk to me. Just tell me what's going on. And then she explains the plan and everything gets explained about her backstory, about how she was brought in. She tells the truth about how, like, about her parents, about how she was brought into the TVA. And yeah, it just adds up to me there. So, again, we need to at least, if they want to wait until episode 5 before addressing what's really going on with these timelines, fine, but you're taking a risk. If they're really going to wait until episode 5 to address what's happening with the timelines, to address something that happened in episode 2, then that's a little bit risky to me, right? That is a little bit risky. But again, I'm with it. And my man Trinity says, I got a bunch of notifications done work. Look, bruh, at least something's working. At least something is working, because there's been some BS in here today, Trinity. There's been some BS in here. But yeah, so I'm very much here for this episode. I mean, look, if we're gonna get, if they're actually gonna give us backstory on Sylvie, like if we're gonna actually be able to find out about Sylvie and her real shit, then it's gonna be an 8, maybe even a 7.5 if they don't push it a bit further. Because here's the thing: if they go back and they really give us this history on Sylvie, and they give us Sylvie's real true story, then episode 3 is really gonna feel like a goddamn filler. Because it's like, yo, you wasted all that time just to come back the next episode and tell us Sylvie's real backstory, something that we really should have gotten in episode 3 instead of waiting until this episode. Look, that's gonna be a gripe of mine if that's all we get. But like I said, if the caveat is, if they give us Mobius, if they give us some TVA backstory, then I'm with it. Even on another caveat, like if they like push the story along with what's going on in the TVA after the bombing of the timelines, then I'm with that as well. But things have to change. As far as like, if this episode wants to be a 9, this episode wants to be a 10 for me, things have to move forward in the story. That's all I'm getting at. That's all we have to say about this, because like I said, we're getting the backstory. And I don't know how many more times I can say that. I just think we're getting the backstory for it. So let me get to the comments here, and then we'll get into a little bit of Star Wars talk. Let's see here. Rello 2 times says, I need some details on this episode, and yeah, another 8 out of 10. B. Grissom says a 9-9. Fourth Wall Break says, we're hitting a 9, but Felicity will give it an 8. Look, you're giving Felicity too much credit, because Felicity actually gave it a 6 out of 10. All right, don't be trying to put numbers in the moderator's mouth, because she will fall way below your expectations for what you think she's gonna give it. I think the next episode will be the best episode to date. 9 out of 10. I hope you're right, Dark Chaos. Ashton's giving it a 9. B. Gerson's giving it a 107. Daniel Fisher says, I'm expecting an 8, but hoping for a 9. That is exactly where I'm at. Who's Renslayer in the comics? IDK, who that is. From what I know, and Trinity is a comic expert that's in here, and we probably got another one in here as well. She is King's Boothang. That's where we're at. Dark Chaos says, he's trying to conquer her timeline and wants her to be his bride. She dies saving him, and she goes searching timelines to find her again. Is that what happens in the comments? In the comics, Dark Chaos? If that is, that's dope. Let's see. Ashton gives it an 8. Geeky Gambit says, all I want is a Loki variant recruitment montage in episode 5. Scratch that. I need a Loki recruiting montage. That'd be hilarious. Sylvie thinks her parents are nobodies like Ray. Felicity, you always come in with the great ones. Let's see here. I don't think Sylvie grew up in the TVA because she would have known about her magic. She would have known about her magic. She probably got away or was let go. I think she got away at some point. Let's see here. Ashton says, Kendall, I went back and looked, and in episode 2, Loki uses the same power to pull an object to fight him for Sylvie. He also uses the power in Thor Dark World when he's locked up and throws stuff around. So that's just a power of his. He has the Force basically. I see. The Force is strong in that one. Okay. Felicity says, "Damn, Kendall. What you saying, damn to? What I do? What I do? You said, damn, Kendall. Nah, I know I'm not. Damn, did I F up? What I say? Loki is a sorcerer. Simple. Telekinesis. Okay, I think I'm going back and forth. I was with you in the time stone theory, but nah, he just has. So you think he was using his power? Okay, so you think he was using telekinesis to make that building go up? Okay, I see what you're saying there. Geeky Gambit says, back in episode 4, Sylvie's backstory, both are saved by Mobius. It ends with Mobius finding out his life at the TVA are a lie. Episode 5, Mobius joins the squad and realizes the needs help Loki variant recruitment. You just want that Loki variant recruitment montage. Episode 6, he says, Kang gang battle. Look, Kang shows up in episode 6. I just want it to be a post-credit scene. I do not want Kang to show up and have a huge presence in this show. I just want the post-credit scene to show that he is the reason why all this stuff is happening. Justin Simone, what's going on, bro? How are you doing? Man, Trinity says, not an expert. I don't even know what I've read, which isn't a lot, but a little. Okay, Trinity. Okay, I hear you, bro. I hear you, man. Hey, Dark Chaos says, I can't remember which art, though. It's some other shit. Let's see here. All right. Look at my normie quoting Star Wars perfectly. Hey, man. Dang, I don't even remember the quote that I said. Is there a force of strong? You said I fall below expectation. That is not what I meant, Felicity. I meant to say that if you are trying to give Felicity, what I meant to say was, Felicity, you don't fall below expectations. Please, mind. You don't fall below expectations. What I was trying to say was, see what had happened was, what I was trying to say is that if you're trying to say that Felicity gonna give it an 8, then you're thinking too high. That's from my experience. That if I think it's gonna be an 8, if I think Felicity gonna give it an 8, Felicity probably gonna give it like 6.5. That's what I was saying. You definitely don't fall below expectations because you might have a little leg up on the other moderator in here. You might be the best. You might be the best moderator in here right now. Moderator A. You know what I'm saying? I'm effing with you, Ashton, because you're definitely moderator 1. Look, I'm modding. All right, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Let's see him. Justice Mo says, all right. Thanks, brother. Hope you and the family are good. We're all good. Your bro got some rest over the weekend. I am good, man. I am good. All right, so look. Let's talk a little Star Wars, okay? Shall we? Shall we talk a little Star Wars? Frakuska Kalop. Oh, shit, I fucked up your name. Frakuska Kalop. Shit. Frakuska Lopez, what is going on, bro? How are you doing, bro? He says, doing some unexpected work, so I need to hear some nerdy talk to keep me going. We got caffeine, bro. I'm effing with it. Thanks, bro. Alrighty, look. So yeah, Bad Batch. Just want to talk a little bit about it because I've been neglecting the show. But might I say that I'm a huge fan of this last episode. This last episode brought it for me. One, they did what I hope Loki does with Kang. They name dropped straight up Boba. We got more insight on things that we probably already knew, right? Or things that we have been theorizing, that she was a direct clone, that she did not have the aging gene in her. So I did love the fact that they tied it into Boba. That basically they are making her Boba's sister, right? Is that the vibe that we're getting from here? Is that basically that that we're getting basically that we're getting to see Boba's sister? Is that the vibe that we're getting here? That's the vibe I'm getting. That she's Boba's sister. And he said, "Hey, cunts, did I call it or not? I said Boba was going to attack Cad Bane and take a maker for himself, but it was Fennec and Shed. I basically predicted the episode." Actually, Ashton, you predicted that it would be Boba, but actually it was Fennec for what Nala say? Is that her name? It was for her. So you was a little off. You was a little off, Ashton, but you were somewhat right because Cad Bane got effed up. And look, I love that action. See, that's what I love. Like, we got that type of fighting that for some reason the Bad Batch just hasn't given us. The Hunter and Wrecker just haven't given us. But like those drawn out fights, that's where like it really felt like I was watching the Clone Wars and Rebels a little bit. Like the fighting in that just kind of like the style, the going on of dang, like they have the upper hand. She has the upper hand. But then at the end of the day, we see Fennec Chan's badass coming out. That's dope. Like I love the way it came to an end there. So yeah, this episode to me was like the best one of the season so far because we get the insight, we get Boba's name dropped, and then on top of that, we get to see Fennec Shan do some work. Like Fennec Shan really put in work on Cad Bane, and I know Cad Bane ain't no slouch, so it's like. Yeah, it puts Fennec up on a higher level for live action. Just if you're asking me. So yeah, to me the episode was good. Where we're going from here, I don't really know where we're heading in the next episode to keep it 100 with you. But I would like to see Boba a little bit. Like they have an idea of. They're starting to have an idea of Boba. Like they know that she's like somewhat related to Boba. I just don't know if they're gonna go and search out Boba, right? Like I think if Boba was to show up, he would have to be the one to hear about it through the wire, through the bounty hunter wire, what have you. He would have to hear about that down the line and want to show up for his sister. But it was just good to get that confirmation as to Boba, like to get the confirmation that no, she's not. I think this is confirmation that like no, she's not a Force sensitive clone. She is just the strongest, like, genetic thing that they have to her being a clone than anything they have in Kaminoa. So yeah, and it was a cool twist to see Nala say, if I'm saying her name right, being the one to be hiring Fennec. Because again, I don't know if you guys remember, I was thinking like it could be cool if Fennec was the one was being hired by Boba to go and catch Omega and bring her to him. But yeah, I like that twist there. I like it. And I think everybody else from what I'm seeing in here pretty much enjoy that episode. Felicity even says, yo, the best episode since the first one. Look, if Felicity say it, then it's facts, all right? Because to keep it 100, she's the most realist critic in here. She's the only one that's like really doesn't let her fandom get in the way of judging this content at all. She keep it 100, and she kept it 100 for sure. She kept it 100 for sure on that. Let's see here. Ashton says, yes, cause she's unaltered and doesn't have the accelerant agent, so she's probably going to be in Book of Boba too. That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, they are setting her up, fast tracking her for Book of Boba. And I ain't even saying, look, it'll be a little post-credit scene too. Everything could be a post-credit scene, right? Like, she don't got to be that heavy. Like, it could be one episode. It could be just like a cameo, or it could just be a post-credit scene. Saying it would be epic to get Boba, says Darth Chaos. Facts. Like, getting Boba would be what we need to see. Like, we get to see Boba come in here. That elevates the show much more. Now, look, something else. Now that Boba is on, and sorry if I'm missing any other comments there. Justice Simone says the action was great. The results were BS. All right, look. I would say since the episode with Rex, it's been up and up. It's been on the up and up, let's say like the last 3 episodes. Yeah, I think we are turning that corner to where the episodes are really picking up. Like we might get a little bit of a lull this next episode. Like it looks like they might have gotten past this arc. Because this has really been an arc from being discovered on that the salvage planet to going into her being captured and doing this. So yeah, like Rello 2 times says, we already know she's gonna get Boba. But speaking of Boba, this whole Slave 1 thing, let me know in the comments. I think I need to get out here to the final rounds. But this one, let me know in the comments what y'all think about Slave 1 no longer being Slave 1. Well, for one, they blew up Slave 1, did they not? Was that Slave 1 that they blew up? Or was that in Mandalorian? The Mandalorian. Was that Slave 1 that they... That was not Slave 1 that blew up. Excuse me. Sorry. Remove my Star Wars ignorance. That was not Slave 1 that blew up, right? That was Mando's ship that they blew up. But... yeah, that was Din's ship. Yeah, that was Din's ship. Ashley says, I'm far left and ain't nobody offended by the name Slave 1, bro. I'm black and I was not offended by the name Slave 1. Yeah. I knew that. Look, I was getting a little effed up because something that I saw a thumbnail of they were using Din Djarin's ship being blown up as a video, like I said, like a Disney canceling Slave 1, and that just effed my head up. But where I'm at on this now is like, this is on another list of things, a long ass list of things that nobody is asking for, that nobody that looks like me is asking for, right? Who is asking for this shit? Like, who wants this shit to happen? It's not me. I'm pretty sure it's not anybody else that looks like me that is asking for this shit to happen. Like, put this on the list of Uncle Ben being taken off the box. Put this on the list. I see what you mean, Ash Hammer. Somebody's copying. Put this on the list of taking Aunt Jemima off of syrup. Put this on the list of changing names of schools. Like right now, like in Virginia, they're changing names of hella community colleges that like nobody is asking for. Like it's like Patrick Henry Community College. They're changing the name of that because Patrick Henry, he apparently owns slaves. And like I live in Henry County. The county next over to me is Patrick County. We're not changing the names of the counties, but we're changing the name of a community college that was named after those two counties. And like nobody asks for it because nobody thinks about it. So who the hell is asking for this shit? So like you're really gonna go through and change history, change something that fans feel so passionate about. You know how much fans love Boba Fett for whatever reason. And it just irks me that like this stuff continues to happen, and to where, here's the thing, I don't think it's anybody in here that would do that has this mindset. But for your folks who are on the far right, this is ammunition for them to even hate. This is ammunition for us to not even come to the table. For them to be like, you guys are getting everything. For them to be like, we're changing all of this stuff for you. But nobody wants this. This isn't the change that we want. You know what? Instead of changing the name of Slave 1, how about you make some actually good black characters to go forth in Star Wars? How about you actually give Finn the actual shit that he needed to be a successful character in Star Wars, instead of going to go change Slave 1 and spending your money there? How about you do something that's actually beneficial and representative of the change that you're trying to present that you want to be? Instead of doing this little symbolic shit that you're doing, actually do something that's actually impactful. Actually do something that is bringing us closer to the goal of what you are really putting out there. Like the goal of what you're really putting out there is that we are inclusive. The goal that you're trying to put out there is that we're not trying to discriminate against anybody. But at the end of the day, slavery didn't get started when the United States went over there. Well, slavery didn't get started when folks were brought from Africa over to the United States. That was the first time slavery was based on race per se, But before that, slavery was based on your class. Slavery was based on, maybe your family lineage. Slavery might have been based on whether or not you were a part of a kingship or what have you. So slave does not, being a slave, or the word slave is not inclusive, is not just exclusive to black. Okay, it's not just exclusive to those struggles there. So at the end of the day, it's like, we knew what slave one. I got an idea that slave one wasn't talking about me. I got an idea that slave one wasn't talking about my ancestors, because it's an effing Star Wars movie. You have a slave as an actual thing that if you look, here's the thing. If you think that it's problematic, if you think that it's an issue, how about you don't, how do I put this? If you think it's an issue, how about you don't take it away? If you think that it's really that much of an issue, how about you actually let it stay? And if somebody thinks that it's a problem, you let them talk it out and let it be an educational point. How about you just don't erase it and act like it never happened? If you think that that's something that people are going to link to slavery. But I'm never, as toxic as Star Wars had gotten, as much shit had been talked about Star Wars, this from my experience, I had never seen anyone say that Slave One's name should be changed because of whatever reason. Like you said. Like, dude, and look, Ash Hammer, the fake one, bro, I get it, it's funny, but just go back to your regular shit. Just go back to your regular shit. Like, it's funny, it's cool, whatever. Whoever you are, you want to troll Ashton, that's cool. But yeah, you done it enough. You done it enough. I'm sorry, like, I'm kind of having this tone now because I'm heated on this Star Wars stuff. But you done it enough. Switch back to who you are, or the mods will take care of you. Simple as that. Simple as that. Just go back to who you are. The mods will take care of you. But yeah, like I'm saying, it's just like, it's just dumb as fuck. There's no other words that you can put around it. It's just dumb as fuck. Like I said, add this to the list of shit that we ain't asked for. I ain't asked for Juneteenth to be a holiday. I'm going to piss some people off with this one, but I'm on one tonight. Because at the end of the day, making Juneteenth a holiday, majority of your government employees, I hate to say it like this, but they're white folks. So you're giving white folks a day off for the ending of slavery. Like, I ain't asked for that to be a holiday. I asked for change. I ain't asked for Aunt Jemima to be taken off of the syrup because I actually like that. I actually liked Aunt Jemima being on the syrup bottle, looking at Aunt Jemima and being like, yeah, because we're known for fucking food. We could cook our ass off. Look at Uncle Ben up there. He is on there doing his shit. Now, if you wanted to say that the aunt and uncle thing was wrong, then yeah, take their names off of there. Take the aunt and uncle stuff over there and just say Jemima syrup. Just say Ben's rice, whatever you want to say. But don't just take us all off of there, right? You just removing that out. So it's like just this whole thing of doing things that we do not ask for. And again, it's not creating inclusivity. It's not creating inclusivity. It's not making anybody feel any better about what's going on. It is, in my point of view, taking the extreme, the people who are on the far right, giving them more ammunition to say shit don't need to change. Look at all this happening. But really nothing is happening. Really, you're just taking names, you're just changing symbols. No change is actually happening. No change is actually effing happening. You put bills in Congress and nothing look, I don't want to go down this line. Just nothing actually happens. And it's the same that's going on. You're gonna take out slave one, but you're still not gonna do Finn justice. You're gonna take out slave one, but you're still not gonna it's still gonna be a minute before we see a main black character in Star Wars, right? Look, maybe we might get a Mace Windu series. Samuel L. Jackson, that'd be dope. But it's still gonna be a minute before we get some actual real representation in Star Wars, and it's like some bullshit. That's all I'm feeling. It is just like some bullshit. That's it. That's all I gotta say on it. And I'm not even a real like. Star Wars is my number 2 right now. You know what I mean? Like I'm all Marvel. Like Star Wars is like my number 2 right now, and I feel that way. So I feel for you Star Wars fans who are out there pissed off about it, because honestly, I'm not even pissed off at it from a Star Wars standpoint. I'm just pissed off at it because I'm getting tired of being pandered to. Like, and for what? Like, you're pandering to me for what? Like, because changing a name on a goddamn ship in a fictional world ain't changing shit. That's just where I'm at with it. Hey, Nikki. Sorry you're coming in here hot on this topic here. I'm not even going to go through the comments here. I'm just going to leave it where it's at. But yeah, drop some comments. I'll hang out in here for a little bit. Look, I've been having some crazy ass. Change the topic here. Have some fun.
Probably didn't do it on purpose.
Have some fun. Change the topics. Y'all want to hear about the crazy ass dreams? These crazy ass dreams I've been having? Look, put a fist in the chat. All right, put a fist in the chat if you want to hear. I had a Marvel related dream last night. 2 of them. Put fist in the chat if you just want to hear me talk about it. But yeah, it's crazy because I had a dream like on, not last night, but the night before last, about The Walking Dead. I used to have Walking Dead dreams pretty regularly when I was watching The Walking Dead, and I hadn't watched in a minute, and I had a Walking Dead dream, which I absolutely love because I'm in control in those dreams, and I see what's happening, and I actually get to kill some zombies, and it's fun. So I get to live those out. But last night's dream was a bit more crazy and a bit more than I could really chew off. It was a bit more creepy than what I'm really here for, to be honest. But it was still fun as hell to be a part of. So look, I see 2 fists, so I'm gonna go ahead and go in. All right, so I'm not gonna look. The first dream happened because I had a dream, and then I sounded like Martin Luther King now, so I might have had a dream. But no, I had a dream, and I woke up to piss. So this dream is coming from the time I went to sleep until the time I went up to take a piss. So first of all, your boy is with the Avengers. This was like an Avenger-based dream, right? So I'm with the Avengers, like I'm up, and we're up in space. I'm with Tony Stark. I am with Wanda. I am with Bruce Banner, and a couple other folks that I cannot honestly remember right now. And like I'm having this, like, we're out in space, and I'm not sure what's really like going on, but we're out there, and all of a sudden, the ship starts to crash. So we're crashing down, and we land on Earth. And on Earth, it becomes stressful as hell. Somehow I survive. I don't have any superpowers, to mind you guys. I do not have any superpowers in this. I am just like a SHIELD agent at this point. So what's going on is I'm with Tommy and Billy, Wanda's kids. We're out there, and I think I'm trying to get them to like a rendezvous point. So like we start off in a building, and we are getting invaded by dirty SHIELD agents. So like if you can imagine, like if you can think of the building that was in Civil War where Bucky was in, and he had to get down those steps. That's the type of building and atmosphere I was in. So I don't want to spend too much time on this dream because I think the next one is crazy. So we're getting out, and so like we escape. We get out. So like basically SHIELD has been taken over, and we get out, and like they're searching for us. So like whole time like we're out in the open, and a dirty SHIELD agent comes up to me, and this is like one of the dopest parts of this dream. A SHIELD agent is coming up to us, and then Billy, whichever one is it, Tommy or Billy, whichever one can like has Wanda's powers, he manipulates that motherfucker and turns him around and gets him to start shooting at the other SHIELD agents, and we get away. So from there we link up with Falcon, we link up with my man Anthony Mackie, and we get into the SHIELD base. So like we're sneaking around the SHIELD base, and it's like tense as hell because we have to get to where we're going. So long story short, we get the information we need, and the whole time I think this information is supposed to go back to Tony and them. Like I think that's the information we're supposed to get. But long story short, we get the information we need, and we set off the alarm. We get out. We bust out of a window because we had to go up these steps again, and like folks are trying to chase after us. We bust out of a window, and we jump in like there's like a river right there. So we hop in the river. We go downstream a little bit. We get out, and I look down and I see Thunderbolt Ross. We see him down there. So we like duck in again, and we just do the snake around, and then we end up finding the Infinity Stones. So maybe that's what this whole thing was about. I still honestly don't know the mission, but we end up finding the Infinity Stones. Anthony Mackie does his magic on them and somehow like gets to be able to use them. We start to fly out, and like shit explodes. Then I wake up and had to go take a piss. That dream was crazy. I just want to say we was hanging out with the Avengers in that dream. So this dream that I have now, my second dream, is actually Loki related, okay? It's TVA related, and it's straight up bonkers. And I'm going to get to a point to where you're going to be like, oh shit, this man Kendall could be a serial killer. Because, like, it gets dark. And if Loki got that dark, it would be dope, okay? So, how do I remember all this? Because it was fucking lit. Like, I don't know. Like, how... I'm mad about that first Avengers dream because, like, could have been so much more lit shit in there that, like, I could have remembered that could have even made it much more wild. But yeah, I was like, that's why, like, I fuck with those dreams because I'm a huge Walking Dead fan. And when I was in the Walking Dead dreams, those were so lit. But now I'm in the MCU with it. Like, that was lit. So the dream the dream that I had, like, so I got up and took a piss. It was like 6 o'clock. So from 6 o'clock till 7:30, from the time I wake up, I'm supposed to wake up at 7, but I sleep a little late. From the time I wake up at 7, I have this dream that is absolutely ridiculous and low-key based. Okay. So the boy gets in. So I flash forward. I'm in TVA headquarters, and I'm walking around, trying to figure out how to get down to the TVA timekeepers. So at this point, I know that the TVA agents are people who have been kidnapped and have been brainwashed. So for some reason, your boy starts seeing people from elementary school that I've not seen in years. And I go up to them and like I start talking to one. And then I say something, like it was one of my closest childhood friends in elementary school. I say something that jogs a memory. And he remembers everything that's going on. So like I started seeing more and more people, and like we're starting to wake up TVA agents. Things are going to shit. Somehow I find a way to get down to the TVA timekeepers. They say go to Miss Minutes, and that is something that's been laid in there that you got a Miss Minutes button in the elevator. So I get in the elevator. There's 2 elevators. I get in one, and it has a button to go down to Miss Minutes. I click it, but it doesn't go anywhere. But once I click the Miss Minutes button, something pops up. And it says time vault. So I click on that button, and bro, it takes me down to a level. And you would think where the timekeepers are, there'd be mad security. It's me, one of my friends from elementary school, and we're down there, and we're like trying to get to the timekeepers to F stuff up. But what's crazy is, it's like, have you all ever been to like a history museum? And they're like showing like they have like people act like those wax characters acting things out in the history museum, right? So we get down there, and it is a lot of people like who are like stuck in like a WandaVision type motion trance, like doing the same thing, but they're acting out pieces of history. And then it's honestly very dark. Like I saw it, and it made me like almost like really want to cry in my dream because like it was very like almost a little demonic, to be real. Like it was very like they said you do not want to make your way to the timekeeper vault or you will end up like these people here. Well, folks who are coming in, I'm just talking about the dream. And what's crazy is like it was torture. Like I'm looking at these people and I'm trying to do the trick of trying to say something to trigger them to make them snap out of it, and it's not happening. So I'm looking at these people, and it's like, do you really want to make your way to the time vault? And honestly, I try to do it, and as I'm trying to do it, I feel my mind being taken over and being put in the trance. So you got like some folks who are stuck in the 1700s, like some folks who are stuck in like the 1800s. Until the clothing is different and everything. And honestly, we back out of that mission, bro. Like we get the hell up out of there. Like we're trying to get to the timekeeper vault, and it's like stepping in there. It feels like the weight of the world is on me. Like I cannot move. Like I actually feel like I'm starting to do these motions. So this is where it gets dark, for me at least. As I'm going in there, like I'm in the mindset that these people are being tortured. I take out a knife and start killing people. I take out a knife and start putting these people to sleep. Okay. I take out a knife and start putting these people to sleep as I'm going back towards the elevator because they're in torture. Like they're not getting out of it. They're not getting wild. Like I take a knife and I put these people to sleep, and I get back on the elevator to go up. Now here's the thing. I don't know if what I did changed anything because here's where it gets really crazy and where we're coming to an end here. I do not know where it gets like where things got crazy. And no, Felicity, actually I've stopped participating in tobacco for like these last like 3 days. Actually for this last week. I did like have something with a friend on Saturday, but for the last week I've been chilling. So this is where it gets crazy. So we're bagging out. Again, I put these people to sleep, put them out their misery. I am coming into the elevator. And like we get back into the elevator, we're like, whoa, that shit was crazy. We get out of the elevator and we're like in the front lobby of the TVA. And I walk out of the TVA. And all of a sudden, when I walk out of the door, I am like almost like on a beach, right? Like I'm on a beach and things seem normal. Things seem like we're in the real world. Then all of a sudden, I see another sun. Like the sun is setting, but then all of a sudden there is another sun that is setting right beside it. And it is the most wildest shit that I've ever seen before. Like I see like on the horizon and it's like, oh shit, like what's going on? And then I look at the person beside me and at this point I don't remember who that person was. We're like, yo, the multiverse is colliding. So guy now motherfucking done went from Loki to multiverse of madness or something. So like, so basically all hell breaks loose. I run off the beach and I end up in this community like, and shit is going bonkers, bro. Like people are wrecking. It comes to a point to where an electric line falls down and like somebody hits an electric pole and live wires fall down and start going and I'm like trying not to get executed, so we're jumping over and jumping around things. And I'm like, all right, like we gotta find a way to get to base. We gotta find a way to like make reality, like try to fix this shit. So I get around through this community, I cut through the woods, and you motherfuckers will never guess who I see just in the middle of all this chaos watering their lawn. I see motherfucking Samuel H. Jackson. Motherfucking Nick Fury is right there just watering the lawn, not knowing what the hell is going on. So I see him, and I'm like, yo, Nick. And he's not responding. And I turn around like, Nick, what's going on? Like, Nick, you see this stuff going on? He's like, Nick, bro, I don't know what you're talking about. So, like, this is where it's funny. It's like, I'm starting to say things, and I'm like, yo, like, shield. I'm saying shield. I'm saying shield over and over again, trying to wake Nick Fury up, trying to make him come to reality of what in the hell is going on. And he's just not getting it. And I'm just like, shield. So I grab him and was like, yo, whatever, just come with me. We'll figure this out. I have you here. I got Nick Fury. Let's go figure this out. And next thing I know, I turn around. Somebody is driving and crashes into a car. And you will never guess who's driving this car. And this is when I wake up. Brie Larson, Captain Marvel, is in that car. And she says, you know what's going on too? Like, we got to fix this shit. Like, she knows, like, I don't know what's going on. What's going on with him? I said, I don't know. This is Nick Fury. Like, I don't know what's happening. He's not remembering anything. I keep saying shield, trying to wake him up, but nothing's happening. She says, I can, like, let's fix it. I can do this. And then, boom, I wake up, thank God, because I did not want to spend the rest of my dream with Captain Marvel. And then we woke up, and that was the end of my dream. Tell me, like, what in the fuck? Like, this whole, like, so, like, the whole Avengers dream happened over a night's sleep. But this whole, like, crazy shit that's been going on with the, like, going from Loki to Multiverse of Madness happened from the time I went to the bathroom at 6 o'clock to the time I went back to sleep. And let me tell you, like, I did not, like, you know, when you wake up from a dream, you hope you don't get put back in it. I honestly was so stressed out by that Avengers dream. Like, it was stressful as hell. Okay, as fun as it may sound, being in the movie, it was stressful as hell. Running from the gun, like running from bullets, like running from the anti-shield from them. So going back to sleep and like, all right, I hope I don't go back to sleep. Then I end up in the TVA and going through that shit and like having to like put people to sleep, and then end up like going through the whole multiverse of madness shit. It was wild. It was wild. It was a good dream though. Again, I like these. Like, I'm in control, I feel like, and it was fun. It was a fun dream. It was a fun dream, and it was wild. Okay, it was very much wild. And no, your boy does not take any drugs. Your boy was sober as a doorknob when I went to sleep, and that was wild. And I'm hoping that me bringing this up does not just put me back into another Marvel dream, because that shit was stressful as hell. Go on. But yeah, Bree showed up and I woke up. Look, I ain't even hating on Bree like that, but Bree showed up. Bree showed up and I woke up. But yeah, look, a little bit of fun to end the stream. It was a lot of crazy shit happened at the beginning of the stream, with Streamlabs effing up, with not even Streamlabs. I think it was just the internet effing up, and taking on the first few streams there. But it was a good stream. Had much fun talking with you guys. Thank you all for sticking around and staying out with my dream. Hearing the dream that I had last night, the two dreams. It was wild. But to me, it was fun. I thought you guys might get a little bit of a kick out of it. Sorry if I made I'm seeing this. I made some of you all jealous. But yeah, Normies to Nerds. Did you ever realize you were dreaming? It always changes things when I'm dreaming and something crazy like that, and it brings it down a notch. I think when the Bree thing happened is when like I did realize it was a dream, and then I woke up. Because it wasn't like an alarm went off or anything. I just woke up and thought it was like 9 o'clock that I overslept, and it was actually even before my alarm went off. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. There's a lot of fun in those dreams. It was wild. It says if you have more, please share. These are wild. Yeah, it was definitely a wild dream. And it was fun though. Like, it's fun because you want to be in those worlds. Like, that's the thing. Like, I was having Walking Dead dreams like on a regular, and it was like at one point, and I was heavy into tobacco then, because I think it was in college or maybe like right after college, and I was heavy into tobacco then, and yeah, those were very lucid dreams, as people would say. So I was really like handling these zombies. Like, I was with Rick and Michonne, and we were just effing zombies up. So like I had that, like I said, I had a Walking Dead dream, which was crazy, that I would not go into detail with because I'll be in here for another 30 minutes. I'm trying to get out of here. I had a Walking Dead dream that was just ridiculous on Saturday, and then it just kicked it off coming into here. But no, those Walking Dead dreams are fun because like I almost got to see Gabriel get ate, and then Rick just came up and shot him in the head. I actually stomped on a zombie's head. And it was like, actually stomped on it. Like, I threw it down. I didn't throw it down. The person in front of me threw it down and actually just stomped on it. And then I got to kill some more zombies with a knife. So that was fun. But yeah, it had just been a while. Like, it had maybe been at least over a year or two since I had a dream like that. That was actually like where I was in control and like I was in a fandom. Like, I was in like a fantasy. So yeah, that was like hella fun. I'm glad you guys sat here and let me talk about it. Look, all right, so with that being said, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to the channel because you never know when your boy is going to have a dream. And I share it with you in here. All right? And share it with a friend or whatever. I don't care. But yeah, that's it for today. I'm going to wrap it up. Make sure you come back on Wednesday for our review. Dark Chaos says this is the not smoking. I'll try it for a few days. Look, make sure you come back on Wednesday for the Loki review. It's just going to be a reaction review. We're going to open up the phone lines on Wednesday for folks to come in and chat and talk about the Loki episode and where you think we're going. So make sure you come back for that on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, for sure, we're having our breakdown, going ham in the training grounds. So make sure you come back for that. And then on Saturday, Saturday is 4th of July weekend. Stay posted on Saturday, okay? I owe you guys a Saturday stream, so I may be in here, but there's a good chance I might not. But regardless, just hit that notification bell so you know when we're streaming and you know when we're up and we're all good. As I always say, go watch something nerdy. Go watch something MCU. Go watch something Star Wars. Don't watch DC right now. Go watch something Amazon, Netflix, a whole bunch of nerdy shit out there for you to watch. I've been enjoying personally myself. I've been enjoying the Ragnarok series on Netflix. If you struggled to get through season 1, season 2 really kicks up. So I've been enjoying watching the Ragnarok series on Netflix season 2. Even got my wife into it, I think, a little bit as well. So just go watch something nerdy and share it with some folks and have fun doing it. I am your Normie Sensei, Master Kunch, here with Normies to Nerds. Sleep well, my folks. Maybe you have a good dream like I did last night. I will see you guys on Wednesday. Much love. Peace out. Deuces. Okay. Where you at? I have a dream that one day normies and nerds in the dojo will dream like Master Kunch. We'll get out there and run with the irons of the men's. We'll slay with the TVA. We'll crash the multiverse. That day will be glorious, one that we can find and have fun with. I'd like for you all to sleep well and sleep nerdy. Have fun. Alright guys, I love you all. Much love, peace. I ain't gonna hang around tonight. Deuces. Wish me luck. Wish me luck ahead of Wednesday. Sure.